always comes your way on Nexus 24 or N24, your innovative news, information, and entertainment. And I am Sukay Jalisi. Like we always do when it comes to the issues, we invite prominent people in the Gambia. We don't only talk about politics, but we talk about health, agriculture, youth entrepreneurship, and everything that concerns Gambians. And today with me here I have MARR NYANG, who is the founder and executive director of the Gambia Participates. MARR, you're welcome.
Thank you very much again.
It's a pleasure having you. Well, since the Gambia Participates, it's a non-profit organization in the Gambia that promotes good governance, open budget, and corruption reduction. We're going to start with a recent corruption scandal at KMC. What is Gambia Participates stand in this? Because there has been a lot of pushing and pulling here and there. What is your stand in this?
So first, it is a alleged corruption scandal that actually took place in KFC.
Yes.
And so corruption is very sensitive. And you have what we call financial corruption and bureaucratic corruption.
Okay.
And so far what we have seen is more, they're actually interlinked because you have both financial and bureaucratic corruption interlinked.
Okay.
But the question is whether the money was siphoned, whether the money was personalized.
What is siphoned? Can you read that?
What I'm actually referring to is whether the money was personalized, whether the money was taken by an individual in their pocket, for their personal use.
Okay.
So what the information that we have received so far is that an executive member or a top officer of KMC violated the bureaucratic procedure of KMC to, source money for their staff, but the money did not end up in that person's pocket. And that's the reason why we were able to recover that money. It was sitting in an account, and she was not the only one who had access to that account. So for me, I see it as a bureaucratic corruption. So if you ask what are we doing as an anti-corruption organization in Gambia, since this information started coming out, we took our time and started having this conversation. So what we've done is we've convened a meeting with our colleagues within the CSO fraternity and media to discuss how to tackle this issue. And I don't want to preempt the outcome of the meeting, but we've taken a stand, we've discussed it, and then we're supposed to have a subsequent meeting regarding how we're going to go about approaching this matter. Because such issues will not be left in the air without civil society taking action. So that's the reason why, we definitely have taken actions, although we haven't gone public to talk about what we have done so far until we have completed what we are doing.
Okay. So it will interest you that those of you that are watching that Gambia Participates within like 5 or 6 months ago. We've seen that first with the National Assembly member when they took a loan of 54.4 million upon themselves. But then you went to court, you took them to court saying that they don't deserve it because there are a whole lot of people that deserve this money, like the farmers and other people. You took that case to court and you won the case. Regarding the mayoress, when it comes to the voter registration, we've seen that she was given the opportunity to be given a attestation, and to Gambia Participates, it is not right and it is not constitutional for her to give out voter registration because she is not an alcalde or a seafood. With all these wins that you guys did, what are the things that motivates you, and what do you aim to achieve at the end of the day?
Well, we call ourselves civil society, and civil society means you are an organized group within the civilians that want to protect the interests of the citizens. And government is about representation, and the ones that are elected to be in government are there to represent the voices of those that have elected them to be there to govern their issues. So for the National Assembly matter, we wanted parliament independence, but anything that should be done should not be done beyond the laws of the Gambia that are actually voted by the people for that particular rule book to govern them. So the parliament, we look at two things. We look at the morality, or three things: the morality of the law, the timing of the law, the legality of the law. Morally, we believe it was not it was not fair for Parliament to be taking people's money for themselves, building their house. They've already been giving public lands that belong to the public. And we've seen how that has backfired, because the constituents of that particular geographical area were happy in the way that particular land were disposed to parliamentarians. And we need to understand that parliamentarians, they should have all the privilege, allowance, what have you, but it has to be done legally. And it has to be in person. So do not take the government ill by taking the lands. I know government is custodian of all lands in the Gambia, but you cannot just go to a particular community, take the lands, and then start giving it to parliament. Even though the land is under the control of the government, that land could have been benefited the entire Gambia instead of one individual.
So in a sense, that is something that should not happen.
I mean, it is actually a big mess, because it was a political game that the government was trying to play to buy parliamentarians. So you need to understand how this political game plays. The executive has its own plans. So if they want to come up with policies or laws or what have you, it has to go through the parliament. So the executive cannot have it until the parliament accepts it. That's the reason why you've seen all these envelopes that have been going to the president, the vehicles, and all of these so-called, kind gesture that's coming from the executive. So the parliament also, they should have been smart enough to not accept such, because if you are a parliamentarian, what you should fight for is to be well paid in order for you to be able to buy your own land and develop your own land through the money that you have earned, but not through the back way. So that was not right. So when we look at the morality of that, and then we look at the situation or the predicament that citizens are going through in this country, especially in rural Gambia, where most of these parliamentarians who the laws are from, they have been in desperate situation, in desperate need for water, and it's basic needs that they do not have with the money pull up. And what we have done, when the loan actually came up, we did an analysis, and we identified almost 380,000 Gambians that could have benefited from that 54.4 billion.
Wow.
So the parliamentarians deprived 380,000 Gambians from access to borehole and basic health care just by taking that loan. So that is the morality, and then the timing as well. The timing, we realized that in the middle of the pandemic, when the government already cried that they have lost almost $2 billion, instead of using those funds to inject it in our economy so that it will, fill the other gap that COVID has played, instead the parliamentarians were forcing for their own pocket. So it was really not wise enough to do that at that particular time. The legality as well, we look at the Constitution. By law, the President is given the power by the 1997 Constitution to to give a directive to the Ministry of Finance to prepare the estimates for the upcoming year, so which is the budget. So that's the reason why you see the Ministry of Finance coordinating the formulation of the budget from the executive. It goes to cabinet and it's approved. Then it goes to Parliament. Now the law is clear. The role of the Parliament is to do budget oversight, right? Increase where necessary and also decrease where necessary. But the role of the Parliament is not to create a budget. So I take the budget to you. You look at the budget and tell me this is too much. I'm going to cut this and put it here. So where they do the cut and increase and realize that they don't have much, for example, they've done all the amendments and realize that they do not have any other area to put in the money, they take it to centralized services. But in this time around, the Parliament sat in plenary and they said they want a loan for themselves. They have the power to give themselves a loan. And they inserted, and we need to underline that word, they inserted the 54.4 million in the budget. And when the budget was coming from the executive, it wasn't there. So that was totally illegal. It was not the power of the Parliament. And this is also one thing that we need to know. I know the law, no one is a master of the law, but parliamentarians they are not lawmakers. If you are a lawmaker, you should not break laws because you need to set the precedent.
Yeah,
so we took it to court, and the court actually did what is right by ruling, in favor of our prayers, and then striking off the 54.4 million. They told the Parliament, you don't touch this money. And now the money is back to the people.
Definitely, and we're really happy and proud of your work. So regarding the mayors,
So that is really politicized. Or should I say, we have received a lot of attacks from political parties, both on tribal issues, and but I have never talked about this except here.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that attack because they are so immaterial, they are so unnecessary. It's coming from foolish people that that we should not really mind about. So, and I think this is actually not only a win for Gambia, but it's both a win for us, the citizens, and then that of the defendant as well. That is the Attorney General, the IEC, and then that of the mayor.
Okay.
Because what they have done, right? Like I said, the law cannot be, not only one person can master the law, right? So if you interpret the law in your own way, it could be interpreted in another way. So maybe you misconstrue. And what the IEC has done was, but before I get into that, if you look at the Elections Act, Section 12, subsection 2E, states the requirement of who to give an attestation.
Yeah.
And it says an alcalde or a district secretary.
Yeah.
Banjul does not have an alcalde.
Definitely.
Banjul is a city. I mean, Banjul is a city. So the IEC realizing in Banjul that there is no alcalde, what they should have done earlier was to amend that particular section of, or that particular subsection 2E of Section 12 of the Elections Act to say, and mayor or mayors of Banjul. That would give the qualification for the mayor or any mayoress to give the attestation.
But there was this confusion because when you guys first took the case to court, it was later revealed that Rohimani will charge your organization.
Yeah, that was just confusing at the end. I mean, when we took the matter to court, the defendant, that is Rohimani's lawyer and IAC, told the judge. He requested the judge to charge us $1 million for wasting their time. So it was a joke.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It was a joke that erupted in the court.
All right.
So it was picked up by.